My name is Arthur Gueret. I'm an art dealer and art advisor based in the UAE, and I'm advising collectors and investors into buying art from the region as well as from Europe, US, and Asia. I'm passionate about art since I'm a teenager, but I was mostly drawn to classical art because my family is of a more classical taste. So I was more into, I would say, 19th century, 18th century art, especially French and European. And after my studies, I got drawn to more contemporary art because I was interested into the development of what the language of now and what's happening around the world. So I came to Dubai because there was a real project of a new society and a project that actually was bringing all different cultures together in Dubai and in the UAE. So that's why I became involved into the art scene in Dubai. I think it's difficult for a civilization to survive without art or architecture or any kind of art, whether it is musical, whether it's plastic, architecture or other kind of art. I think this is what stays in history. This is what's transmitted through literature and through any kind of other media to the new generations, and that's why we like to keep as our identity. So I think this is very important, and without this, as some other culture did, it's very difficult to survive. I got to know Hassan Sharif a few years ago when I started to work in the art field in the region, and I was really drawn by his work because for me it was really amazing that an artist that was living here, kind of isolated from the other art scene, got a work that was so much in touch with what was happening around the world. And I really had like an amazing discovery working with him, and discovered that so many of his work were actually kind of done afterwards in the West or afterwards in Asia, and he was the first to develop this kind of language, and he was actually making sometimes reference to Dadaism, to other art movement that in the West were like regarded as very important, and sometimes it was even more in advance. So I think Hassan Sharif was for me a great discovery, and it's a great discovery right now for the museums and the people in Europe, in the US, that are really now seeing that in this region there were artists that were creating some artworks that were absolutely fantastic and actually that nobody could think were created because of the kind of unproximity of the country. So it was like really a great relationship I had with him, and I think people will be very, very curious and happy to discover more his art, as Centre Pompidou has now a collection of his art, as Guggenheim has now a collection of his art, and great collections are now really being focused on his artworks.